Welcome back guys, it's tomilego here and this is the second part of my Legoland tour videos. So make sure to check out the first part if you haven't seen it yet, because in that one I've shown you about half of the Lego City displays, and in this one I'll show you the second half of the Lego City displays. And also make sure to stay tuned because I'll do a third Legoland video as well. In that one, I'll show you everything else what you can see in Legoland. But if you are only interested in the city displays, then make sure to check out the first part and the second part, which is this video. So I think let's start with the first display. So here you can see some houses, lake, a cool castle, a big bridge, and here you can see a bunch of cool wind turbines, this huge ship which just looks amazing, and that huge oil rig. So yeah, that's massive and it's full of details. It's amazing. I really like how that looks. It's huge. And then this ship looks really cool as well, and again that's really big as well. And then here you can see this display from a different angle. So let's move on to the next one, which is this interesting red building. So I don't exactly know what this wants to be, but it looks pretty cool. On the next display here you can see some smaller houses, some people, also some climbers who are climbing up those rocks. So yeah, that's pretty cool how they have done that. This interesting building looks pretty cool as well. Then next to it you can see this cool brown building as well, and this interesting church. So yeah, these are definitely cool buildings. Here you can see some more houses on this side. So yeah, it's definitely cool. So I think let's move on to the next display, which is actually one of my favorite ones. So here you can see a church and a bunch of colorful houses. So I really like how this looks. I think it's just amazing, and this is one of my favorite ones. So here you can see a big lake or maybe sea in front of the houses and buildings. So it's definitely really cool. There are a bunch of boats and ships as well. So that looks really cool. I just love the look of these little colorful houses. They are amazing. And yeah, this is one of my favorite displays. It looks really cool. But of course, there are a bunch of other cool ones as well. Actually, all of them are really cool. Then in the back here, we can see that maybe castle or something like that. I'm not sure what this exactly wants to be, but it's definitely cool. Here you can see maybe it's a church or something like that, but it looks really cool. That's yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, this is one of my favorite displays. And also above those houses on the hill you can see those vehicles going on the track. So I'm not exactly sure how they call these in English, but yeah, it's definitely cool how they have done this. And I think the most interesting thing is that there are actually two of them going at the same time. So that's, I think, really good how they have solved that. So two of them can go at the same time. Unfortunately, you have to wait a little bit because they stop in the middle. But as you can see now, they started going again. So yeah, I think this is really cool how they have done this, especially that two of them can go at the same time. So yeah, it's really cool. So I think let's move on to the next display, which is again an amazing display and it's huge. So this is the Kennedy space station. It's massive. Just take a look how big it is. That huge space shuttle or rocket, the huge station or the launch pad. Yeah, there you can see a picture. It's massive. It's huge. Here you can see another picture of the space station. So yeah, it's just huge. It looks really cool. And here you can see some smaller rockets and also a bigger one over there. They all look really cool. I think they are awesome. Then there you can see some smaller buildings. So yeah, I think this is a really cool representation of this space station. There you can see a space shuttle and that huge building in the corner, which is of course also made out of Lego bricks. So that's huge. that building was really cool. So is of course the rockets. There you can see the Kennedy Space Center. So yeah, it's really cool how they have done this space station. I think it just looks amazing, and it's huge. So yeah, let's move on to the next one, which all again has some huge buildings or creations. So here's a huge ship. So this is kind of like a shipping yard. There you can see a huge ship which is carrying a bunch of containers. So yeah, that's really amazing as well. So you can see all kinds of smaller boats as well, and different buildings in the mountains or in the rocks. So that's really cool. Then here you can see another picture of the ships. So yeah, it's massive, it's huge. And then a picture of the other one, which is again really big. Then here let's move on to the other side of this display. So here you can see a Coca-Cola truck, so that's pretty cool. And some smaller buildings, the harbor, and all kinds of different smaller stuff, trains, little houses, buildings, a bridge. So that's really cool. Here you can see some more boats going in the water, another bridge, tunnels. Here a cool castle on top of the mountains or the rocks. So that's cool as well. And then here are some smaller buildings again. And then actually here's a pretty cool feature or a pretty cool working thing, I guess. So from there, a ship can come out. So that's pretty cool how that can open up and then a ship can come out from there. So I think that's a really nice feature. And there comes the ship. So yeah, that's cool. So let's move on with this display. So here on the back side of it, we can see some different houses, a yellow church, some smaller trees. Actually, these houses look really cool. They are in front of a lake, which has some smaller boats as well. So yeah, that's another cool display. I think it looks really cool. And then here you can see some more houses. So yeah, I think it looks really cool. And then here you can see some more trees, and then here you can see the part which I've already shown you. So we went around this display, and then here's the last display, which is a forest or something like that. But yeah, you can see a bunch of trees and vehicles. So yeah, this is a cool display as well. And now comes a really cool thing. So you can go up top into this tower, and then you can take an amazing view on all of these Lego displays. So yeah, that's really cool. So now you can kind of like visualize how these displays are separated. So yeah, for example, this one I've shown you in the previous video. So in the first part there you can see the airport. So yeah, now you can kind of like visualize how they are separated. And again, it was an amazing view to take a look at all of these displays from up top, from that high. So yeah, I think it's amazing how you can go up there and take a look at all of these displays. And yeah, now you can sort of visualize how these displays were separated. So that's all for today. So make sure to check out the first video if you haven't seen it yet, because now I've already shown you all the Lego City displays in Legoland. So make sure to check out that video as well. And make sure to stay tuned for my third video as well, because in that one I'll show you all kinds of different buildings and creations what you can see in Legoland. So there are lots of cool ones. So make sure to stay tuned for that video as well. So make sure to follow me on Instagram. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and goodbye.